Hello, good afternoon once again, viewers at home. I remain Adeotunde Michael. This is another opportunity this afternoon to continue our educational series, and today we are going to center our major discussion on microbial evolution with a specific relevance to microbial interaction and microbial communities. Don't forget that yesterday we actually look at these two topics as being part of what is actually necessary once we are interested in studying uh, microbial ecology. Just like I said yesterday, that there are about 15 or 16 terminologies that we actually look into with our reference to microbial interaction. They tend to interact, they tend to exist in a different community. And that's why we said that a microbial community is such that it is a community that comprises of different microorganisms, different species, because this microorganism has to interact with each other, and they also have to interact with other microorganisms that even in the same species with them. And that was one of the reasons why we actually look at mutualism, we look at cooperation, amensalism, parasitism, and a lot more like that. So just like I told you yesterday that we are going to look at each of these with specific examples in each case, and that is exactly what we are going to try and understand more about microbial interaction in a specific community. So let's go on. This is microbial ecology. Ecology, that's where diversity will come in. Microbial ecology, or what we can call interaction. Okay, so just like you know before, that microorganisms tend to exist in different community, and I told you some of the basic characteristics of all communities. So just like I told you that you have human communities as well, that they tend to interact with each other. So communities, these are, they must be dynamic, because it's not going to be made up of just one species. It's going to contain a lot of species together. Then they have to be dynamic. Then they must be structured, well structured, dynamic, and highly complex. So that is because it is made up of diverse organisms. So it is well structured and well ordered. And yesterday we look at some of the ways whereby microorganisms tend to exist. We look at existing in biofilms. They exist in biofilm, and I told you that this is a kind of where microorganisms exist together, they collaborate together to form a thick wall or thick plate. So just like we have it in a tooth decay, so that it will be very difficult for even tooth brush to be able to remove them. So they exist in uh, that biofilm by producing some complex enzymes for them to exist in that way. And you know, I told you that one of the reasons why share resources, they share resources among each other. They also do that for protection as well. They tend to protect each other from human activities. So then the second one that we also look at the same time yesterday is a guide. The guide. So that is microorganisms also continue to live with guide. And this guide is such that when you have different microorganisms that metabolically, that is metabolically, they combine to synthesize or make use of different chemicals for this. So example is that of methanogens, because they will collaborate together and they will produce methane. Then we talk about nitrogen fixing bacteria as well. Nitrogen fixing bacteria. Then we also look at sulfide, that is sulfide producing bacteria as well, is an example of this. So we are going to make sure that we continue in this today. So the first one we are going to look at under microbial interaction is that of mutualism. Mutualistic, that's mutualism. That's a mutualistic association. Don't forget that which is a kind of existence between two microorganisms in which two of them benefit. So they have for each other. And the basic example of that is what you can find in rhizobium species. That's rhizobium species that you find them in the soil. So what they do is that they tend to occur in the roots system, to occur in the they tend to occur in a very specific zone that we call rhizosphere. Okay, so which is not more than between 1 and 10 centimeter to the surface. So all the other sides after that 10 centimeter, that's when you look at a rhizosphere. So at this level you have a lot of bacterium, a lot of bacteria that they will exist together in order to create an environment, an enabling environment for them to be able to be used for nitrogen or fertilizer. So they tend to be used for nitrogen synthesis. So that's why in legumes they don't actually need fertilizer any longer. They don't need fertilizer any longer because it's as a result of a mutualistic collaboration or existence between rhizobium species, that two of them will tend to coexist together without necessarily harming them. So it is this kind of association is in two ways. A benefit and the second one also benefit. The second kind of microbial interaction is commensalism. So in this kind of commensalism, neither the partner benefits nor become harmed in this kind of association, because none of them, neither the commensal or the parasites, do benefit. And a case study of what we have is a staphylococcus epidermis. So this is a microorganism, this is bacteria that exists, is found on the surface of the human skin. So this organism benefits. This organism does not become a beneficiary or become harmed, although sometimes they even tend to protect. They tend to protect human from certain pathogens. So they just exist there without necessarily being benefiting nor become harmed. So the only thing they do is that sometimes they will also protect these organisms, that is human, from certain pathogen by forming a kind of clone with the pathogen, forming a kind of this pathogen. So the partner, which is called the commensal will not benefit nor harmed. So, and as a result of the interaction between increase of the host, you can see it tend to increase and boost. So that is that. Okay, the second, another thing, this is the third. Want to look at the third kind of interaction is we want to look at parasitism. So from that word parasitism, so from that word parasite,